Hi everyone, Sean Walbin with Secure Cyber, and this is a special edition with breaking news in the weekly cyber update. On Saturday, the United States initiated an attack inside Iranian territory, destroying 3 of their nuclear facilities. There will be some type of retaliation. That intelligence is indicating that now from Iran. And what that looks like from a cyber perspective, there's not a lot of intelligence out on specific and direct threats. However, we have a lot of information up to this point of past attacks that Iran has been involved in. If you look at just the Cyber Avengers piece alone back last year when they were attacking Israeli equipment inside the water and wastewater industry, that's a kind of a good indication of what we might see going forward. However, there's also indication that Iran could use a lot of their proxy network to launch attacks inside the U.S. Now, primarily, we're concerned about critical infrastructure, so water, wastewater, power, and the other 14 critical infrastructure areas that CISA defines inside the United States. If you look at some of the remediation steps that are listed inside some of the CISA bulletins, these are the types of things that you can do right now to prepare for some type of attack. I do want to emphasize, I'm not indicating that any specific company or that you are going to receive some type of attack. We don't know who is going to get attacked at this point. What I'm going to tell you today is just some general things that you can do to get started, and then as the situation evolves over time, we will get back on the air and start talking specifics about what we're seeing and the things that you can do to protect yourself. So obviously, one of the best things that you can do right now is have a good inventory of the assets that you have. So if you're a water, wastewater entity or a local government specifically that has critical infrastructure attached to you, being able to have a good inventory of what you have, what the firmware level looks like. So are you behind on patches and firmware? And are those assets exposed to the internet? Those are probably some of the big concerns that we have going forward. Number 2 is from a critical infrastructure perspective, specifically water, wastewater, power, what does your external access look like? We've seen some really bad hygiene situations in the water, wastewater industry. So if you're running TeamViewer, AnyDesk, or anything like that on your HMIs to receive external connections, maybe it's a contractor doing some work, we highly recommend that you turn those off during this conflict, or that you enable multi-factor and some of the security features that are involved if those programs have to run. The next thing is just making sure that, if you've got Israeli equipment inside your environment, I would definitely be attentive to that, because that has been coming under direct infiltration from Iran. Directly inside the United States. That's the Cyber Avengers attack profile that I talked about. And having a good indication of what is in your environment that could be Israeli connected, that is going to be a good thing for you to look at from just replacing changing the password, making sure that you don't have the default password exposed, or that you don't have the default password enabled, changing the password, making sure that you don't have the asset exposed to the internet. That's the second thing. So I would highly recommend doing an external scan. If that's something that you can't do or you don't know how to do, please reach out to us. I would definitely like to help you understand how to make that happen. But looking at your environment from the outside right now is a really, really good way to see how the attacker sees you. The other things that are recommended in a lot of these remediation documents are it's going to take a while. Like, this is not something that you do while we're under attack or threat of attack. It's stuff that you can't do really quickly. It's making sure that you have really good network segmentation. So making sure that your critical infrastructure stuff is not connected to the city network or the county network. Making sure that you've got good configuration on your firewalls. So going through those firewalls and making sure that you've got MFA enabled multi-factor on all of your external VPN connections. making sure that you're going through Active Directory right now and either turning off or eliminating accounts that are old and haven't been used in a long time, making sure that a lot of your critical system accounts have good, solid passwords that have been changed recently. That's something that I would recommend. Having really good logging in your environment. So if we have to go in and see if anything has been going on inside your network, having really good logging, looking at your logging systems right now, how they've been logged, looking at your backups, making sure that you've got air-gapped backups on your network. The Iranians are known for data wipers, meaning that they don't necessarily hold you for ransom. They'll just go in and delete your information. So data wipers are definitely something that is connected to more Iranian activity. So make sure that you have great backups and that you've got them segmented. From a physical protection perspective, this is also a situation for you to be aware physically. So be very careful as we approach the July 4th holiday. Make sure that you're being very vigilant when you're in very crowded areas. Watch who's around you. Stay off your phone. Be very vigilant to what's happening inside your 360, inside your surroundings. If you work in the critical infrastructure area, making sure that you've got gates closed that maybe you typically have open during the day. Make sure that you're watching for drone activity above you. Make sure that you're watching for people that are in these areas that maybe shouldn't be, or people that are suspicious in nature. So the old term, if you see something, say something, becomes very relevant, extremely relevant as of now. And for the foreseeable future. So that's all we have for today. That's the very generic information that we have specifically. There are a lot of alarms going off right now from the government indicating that cyber attacks could be imminent. So that's something that we're going to keep an eye on for you and watch. Please watch our X account, which is at CyberWaldman. That's my account. I will be updating on X. Watch this YouTube channel. If we have to go into a period where we go live and we answer questions and we address the situation, we will do that. Also, watch our LinkedIn channel. So if you either follow me on LinkedIn or look at our company LinkedIn page, our mission really is to just educate and keep everybody aware of what is going on from a cyber perspective, and then keeping you all aware and making sure that you're all vigilant as well. That's it for this episode, and hey, let's really be careful out there.